Well, the weekend is here, and so are the Giants. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Rodriguez, and welcome to another edition of Dodgers Latest right here on our YouTube channel. You have been making this a success, so continue to like, subscribe, comment, tell everybody about it. Love to hear from you, and you can always hit me up right there on Instagram and on X at JRodShow. Well, the Dodgers ended up winning 2 out of 3 in San Diego, and now they welcome the San Francisco Giants to Dodger Stadium. For the first time this year, the Dodgers and Giants are going to see each other start of a 10-game homestand for the Dodgers. That is the longest homestand of 2025. It's 3 with the Giants, 4 with the Padres, and then 3 with the Washington Nationals. So let's get right to it. And tonight we've got a battle of aces, right? Great way to start the homestand. Great way to start the series. It'll be Logan Webb for the Giants and Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers. Webb, not an impressive record, 5-5, but when you look at that ERA at 2.58, he's been great. Got a whip of 1.16, and he had a 10 strikeout game his last time out against the Braves. Yamamoto pitched a gem his last time out, 6 shutout innings against the Cardinals. He is 6-4, lower ERA than Webb at 2.20, and a lower whip than Webb at an even 1. So a great way to start the series. Dodgers will have Clayton Kershaw on the mound on Saturday, going for win number 214, and then on Sunday it'll be Dustin May for the Dodgers. That's a night game, by the way. Late afternoon, 4 o'clock start in LA. So good stuff to see the Dodgers and Giants, who are battling it out for the NL West. We'll get into the playoff picture later on during Dodgers Latest here. Then, of course, the Padres for 4, and then the Washington Nationals. Dodgers get a break, finally playing a sort of a non-playoff team in the Nationals, although Dave Martinez has got them playing some pretty good baseball, trying to right the ship in the nation's capital. All right, so let's get talking. We talked about Webb versus Yamamoto. Here's a crazy trend for the Dodgers, right? They've played 69 games this year, and look at that. They have trailed in 50 of those 69 games. That's an incredible number considering they've won 41 games this year, and they have trailed in 50 of their 69 games. I mean, that is, I don't know how sort of sustainable that is. It's a credit to how the offense has not given up. It's a credit to how the bullpen has kept this team in the games. But man, for 69 games played, they have been behind at one point during the game in 50 of those 69 games, and to manage to win 41 of those 69 games. Hopefully we'll make things a little easier this weekend with the Giants coming to town. But the Dodger bullpen, I'll tell you what, we talk about MVPs, and we've talked about Shohei, we've talked about Freddie Freeman, who's leading the league in hitting, Will Smith, low-key having an amazing year. That Dodger bullpen has been sensational. Avoiding the Dodgers to getting buried. And that's another stat. The Dodgers just aren't getting 6 innings from their starting pitching. Now, they've got 3 frontline starters going this weekend in Yamamoto, Kershaw, and Dustin May. Hopefully they'll be able to get 6 out of at least 2 of them, if not all 3 of them, and give that bullpen a rest. Dodgers did have a day off yesterday, so it should be all hands on decks. And, of course, with this battle of aces tonight at Dodger Stadium. All right, so we've talked about the Dodgers' problems, yet they are still atop the NL West, right? They lead the Giants by 1 and the Padres by 2. And the funny part about this is now these games, these division games really mean 2 in the standings. In other words, the Dodgers lead the Giants by 1. Giants win tonight, they're even. Dodgers win tonight. Dodgers have a 2-game lead over the Giants. So 1 game really means 2 in the standings when you're fighting a division foe. And we've talked about it before. I think we all as fans love that the balanced schedule where everybody plays everybody. So that way the Dodgers every season will play the Yankees, they'll play the Red Sox. You get to see the Mariners, you get to see the Astros. So those rivalries get to really grow. But it takes away from playing divisional games against the most meaningful games, which are divisional games. And for the Dodgers, when we saw the Padres last week, that was the first time they played the Padres all year, and this is the first time they play the Giants all year. So appreciate these games. These games are always historic. They always have meaning when the Dodgers and Giants get together. We know all the great memories, good and bad, from Bobby Thompson to Joe Morgan to Matt Williams to Mike Piazza. Great memories between the Dodgers and Giants, and they get to renew acquaintances. And the Dodgers, it's always better when these teams are fighting for a playoff spot. We've said it before here on Dodgers Latest. We always like to quote Pat Riley, the great Laker coach, now great guy who runs the Heat. Rivalries don't really start until you meet each other in the playoffs. Well, because of the new format with the wild cards, the Dodgers and Giants, the Dodgers and Padres have now seen each other in the postseason. So you take these great sort of, interstate rivalries, interdivision rivalries, and now you bump it up, you kick it up a notch by playing in the postseason. Love to see these teams that they're both good at the same time. So it's, when the Giants were winning those world championships, they won 3 in 5 years, the Dodgers really weren't that relevant. The Dodgers all of a sudden have been great for over a decade, and the Giants have been irrelevant. So if they can both sort of be good at the same time, man, that adds to a great division race and hopefully a meeting in the postseason. All right, so we always like to talk about our odds and ends. What are good bets to make if you're into the prop business? Well, against Logan Webb, the Dodgers have got some thunder in the lineup. Yeah, Freddie, Mookie, and Muncy, all good bets tonight. Let's go over it. Freddie hitting .378 with a home run against Logan Webb. Mookie is probably the best, hitting .417, 2 homers, and 2 doubles against Logan Webb. I think I might put him down for maybe over 1.5 total bases. And Max Muncy, for all his struggles, he's been a bit of a giant killer during his career. 3 home runs against Logan Webb, .333 batting average of course, there's no more Madison Bumgarner where Muncy can tell Madison to go find that ball in McCovey Cove. Listen, we're here for you. It's Dodgers Latest. X is Instagram, is J-Rod Show on X and Instagram. Hit us up on YouTube. Continue to follow us. We love all the support. We hit a milestone in terms of followers, and that's thanks to you. I'm Jim Rodriguez. Enjoy the weekend, and remember, it's always time for Dodger baseball.